Dricus Du Plessis makes Israel Adesanya cry during UFC 305 press conference. You don't know my story. Before you proceed, don't forget to like, hit the subscribe button, and share for more updates on Savage Fights. Will Israel Adesanya plans to become the second three-time Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC champion in the promotion's history at UFC 305 this weekend, Saturday, August 17, 2024. The most dominant middleweight champion since Brazil's Anderson Silva has been none other than the Last Stylebender, Adesanya. Throughout his 27-fight career, 24-3, Adesanya accumulated 5 total title defenses across 2 reigns as champion and could add more depending on if he dethrones Dricus Du Plessis in his upcoming bout. At the height of Adesanya's power, he wasn't the only champion from his native continent of Africa. Alongside him stood heavyweight and welterweight title holders Francis Ngannou and Kamaru Usman. While Usman lost his title via a 5th-round knockout to Leon Edwards in August 2022, watch highlights, Ngannou parted ways with the promotion amid a contract negotiation breakdown in January 2023. Therefore, he gave up his title and signed with Professional Fighters League (PFL), making him an essential afterthought when UFC brings up its heaviest weight class. The bad blood keeps getting worse. UFC 305 finally goes down tomorrow night, Saturday, August 17, 2024, from inside RAC Arena in Perth, Western Australia, and the pay-per-view PPV main event just got much more heated. During UFC 305's press conference that went down earlier this morning, watch here, Dricus Du Plessis touched a nerve with Israel Adesanya that made him very angry, and then he cried moments after. The two initially traded light jabs about the infamous Africa comments that triggered the feud. Read all about that here. After Adesanya said he would travel to Nigeria, South Africa, and New Zealand after the fight, Du Plessis asked, "Will you be taking the servants with you?" The Last Stylebender exploded. "Bro, shut the hell up," Adesanya yelled. "You don't know anything about my story. You have no idea who I am. Listen, my father and myself had to wake up at 4 a.m. and clean the banks while my mom studied to be a nurse. You don't know my King story. Don't speak on my story if you don't know my story. I will show you who you are on Sunday. So right now, shut the heck up. I'm not your man. You sound like a pig. I will slay you." Adesanya was asked a question 1 minute later and explained the reasons he got so emotional, while breaking down in tears. "He touched a subject there because I do this for my family," Adesanya said. "I do this for the people who I love, and I'll fight for you forever. I swear to God. Look, I'm a human being. I'm a man. I can cry and whip your ass at the same time." Du Plessis might be the master of mind games right now in UFC. He made Sean Strickland cry, and now he's made his opponent this weekend weep at the press conference. Although the former 2-time middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, isn't entering a rematch when he challenges the champion, Dricus Du Plessis, at UFC 305, it will be an instant title shot after a loss. Adesanya's return will mark his first appearance since a unanimous decision title defeat to Sean Strickland at UFC 293 in September 2023. Before the Strickland fight, Adesanya, 24-3, won back the title in his mixed martial arts (MMA) rematch against Alex Pereira. Watch highlights. His first instant rematch in a title fight. Ultimately, Du Plessis won't be surprised if it happens again if he earns his first successful title defense this weekend, Saturday, August 17, 2024. If you lost the belt and had to fight all the way back up, then that takes determination, but getting a title shot after a loss every single time, that's interesting, Du Plessis told the MMA guru, Hat Tip Bloody Elbow. "I'm assuming we'll have a rematch after this. Regardless of the outcome, there is expected to be a rematch, but not between Du Plessis and Adesanya." UFC CEO Dana White revealed during Fight Week that the aforementioned former champion, Strickland, will await the winner of UFC 305's main event. Despite those claims from the boss, Du Plessis doesn't see how the undefeated 13-0 contender, Khamzat Chimaev, won't be next, depending on the outcome of his Robert Whittaker matchup at UFC 308 on October 26, 2024. It's a very interesting situation at middleweight right now because you're sitting with Strickland, who beat Paulo Costa, but then you get Robert Whittaker, who's been at it, who beat Costa as well. He also beat Costa before Strickland in a much more entertaining fight, for sure. Let's be honest, if the Whittaker-Chimaev fight ends in a draw, Khamzat's getting a title shot for sure, 100%, he continued. The UFC have been wanting to give Khamzat a title shot for years, he just wouldn't take it. I'm rooting for Whittaker in that fight, although I would love to fight Khamzat.